as they do every Wednesday. And we got Andy with us today. First off, Andy, thank you for sending somebody different last week. It was nice to talk to someone who was intelligent and personable.
I know you. I heard you kind of giving me some rib rubs along the way
What?
when I was absent, making fun of my beard. I mean, this is some luscious facial hair growth right now you got going on now. As the weather gets cold, the leaves turn, the air gets crisp, my beard just grows like crazy. I'm kind of like Duck Dynasty.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I just want to know what do you use to cover up the gray?
Hey man, let's just talk about that stuff on the air.
See,
I dabbled.
I got rid of mine because underneath the chin was all white.
Yeah.
And I have a big enough second chin the way it is. And to put that giant white streak down the middle, I was like, I can't do it. And I couldn't color it now because everybody has seen the white patch down the middle. So I decided to take it off.
Beards are a big deal. You know, the day I left the service, I didn't put a razor in my face ever again. So I shave up around the cheeks and keep it groomed. But I don't know what I would do without facial hair. I actually have my chin it has a little dent in the middle of it, kind of like. I don't know who else.
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Michael Douglas.
Nobody's ever seen that.
Spartacus!
So,
all right. Anyway.
Thank you for having us back on the air.
Who'd you bring today?
Well, I'm excited. First, Clinton Regional Development Corporation, been around since 1953, involved in economic development, specifically in industrial development. We've been crazy busy, so you might think a pandemic slows down economic development across the region, but it has not. We've been able to leverage technology and actually engage prospective businesses via Zoom, Microsoft Teams. We got a big site visit coming up in a couple months. 2 big site visits coming up here in a few months, so we're excited about that. So things continue to move forward at the Clinton Regional Development Corporation, and I think we're kind of a best-kept secret, which I love and I hate. You know, I love that we're able to do things kind of below the radar and keep confidentiality in place, but I also wish more people in Clinton knew the amazing things that we do as an organization to help grow and establish the local economy. So,
not as loud as you are, you would think more people would know.
Actually, I'm not that loud, man. I'm soft-spoken, you know that. But it's not just us doing it. We have partners and we have investors. So when we look at the 501c4, which is our makeup as a Clinton Regional Development Corporation, we survive off of investor dollars. So we love taking the opportunity to actually shine a light on our investors and allow them the opportunity to kind of share what they do and the amazing resources they offer the community. So I brought with me today Andrew from First Wealth Financial. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys. I appreciate being on.
A little bit closer.
Appreciate being on and the opportunity to visit with you guys.
So First Wealth Financial, where are you guys located? What do you do? And for those that are listening right now, what can they expect when they walk in your doors?
Yep. So we're located out at 1210 19th Avenue Northwest. It's on the corner of 19th Avenue Northwest and the bypass. Kitty corner from Winkle Parker Foster and Data Dimensions and some of the other businesses that are out there. We're the only business on the east side of the road there. We've been there in our new office for almost 6 years. Built that building in November.
It's been that long.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. It doesn't seem like you've been out there.
It doesn't seem like we've been out there. And actually, some days it seems like I can't remember being in the old building down on 2nd Street. It seems like we've been there forever.
Because that building's gone.
That building is gone.
It's now a Dunkin' Donuts.
It's now a Dunkin' Donuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So every Saturday morning when our boys, if we run through Dunkin' or whatever with a couple of my boys, I'm like, hey, remember when this used to be Dad's office?
Yeah.
They're like, we like it better as a donut shop. So,
I don't blame them. I do too.
That's where I invest a lot of my money.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're out there on the bypass. Been in the new building almost 6 years. We really, it says First Wealth on the name. It's a lot of people think we just do retirement planning, retirement services, but we're really there to help everybody discuss their financial goals and dreams. Whether it's just getting started saving, trying to develop that emergency savings plan, planning for college for your kids, talking about your next financial goal, whether it's buying a car or buying a house and how to save for that, or, the in-depth more long-term retirement planning and then managing those assets through retirement. Yeah. A lot of people think that retirement is some goal date and that once you get there, you've kind of made it. The truth is you kind of want that comfort and security all the way through retirement, and nobody knows how long that phase lasts.
Yeah, it's amazing. As we're in a pandemic and people have lost their jobs, many are living paycheck to paycheck, they can still plan, correct? Often when you hear about wealth management and you use the term wealth, people think that means you have an excess amount of cash that you can do something with. But that's not the case, correct? You can manage your wealth or your income regardless of living paycheck to paycheck, or you're sitting high and happy on a mound of cash like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, Andy, I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's important for everybody, and as I mentioned previously, everybody's got financial goals and dreams, So even those out there that are living paycheck to paycheck or that are maybe struggling now with the pandemic and have lost a job or concerned about, being unemployed and things like that, they all have goals, and they want to have plans, and they want to know that their plans make sense and are secure and are going to help them get to their goals. And so, yeah, I think everybody could use the services.
Yeah, I mean, we're approaching an election. Congress kind of got a little bit distracted with the appointment of Supreme Court Justice. We're looking at maybe a stimulus package. As we move towards that, maybe a second stimulus package coming out and some extra cash in our pocket, what do you recommend people do with that money?
The first thing we typically recommend is that people get themselves an emergency savings plan. So if you've been struggling, if it's been hard on you, kind of build up that emergency savings plan. Get a little bit of money in the bank that you've got somewhere safe, that if you do run into some hard times, you've got something to fall back on. I know that's probably the hardest part for a lot of people, and we see people struggle with that a lot, but that's probably the first thing. After that, there's a lot of great opportunities out there right now. The market's been really volatile this year. It's been up and down, and there's probably still some volatility left in it. Like you said, with the election coming up, with the economy still struggling, maybe the resurgence of COVID, and just a lot of things there's going to be some opportunities to buy some different things and different places to put some money and really take advantage of some opportunities in the market. And truth be told, anytime's a great time to invest in the market.
Yeah.
The sooner you start, the better it is, the longer you have the time for the money to accumulate and grow on each other.
It's an intimidating topic, right?
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
When people approach you and say, what are you doing to manage your wealth, the first thing that comes to mind is like, I'm paying my bills.
Yeah. And I have a spreadsheet on my computer to remind me to hit the electric on the 15th.
Right. And that's how I manage my wealth. But when you actually speak to wealth advisors and subject matter experts, they can open up doors and reveal opportunities that you never even knew existed to better plan for your future and ensure that you're able to retire and assist your children through college, wherever they choose to go, post-secondary. So it's very important. My grandfather passed away, and this is not even a joke. He was of the mindset of burying cash in mason jars in the backyard, and that wasn't that long ago.
Right.
And we actually had to go around with a metal detector and find where these mason jars. It sounds like something out of the Goonies, but that's the way he managed his wealth. But what do you recommend to those people that are just kind of like hoarding cash away? I mean, they're not generating any interest. There's no really return on their investment other than the existence of the cash they already have. But what's the best rule of thumb, or I guess advice, that you could give somebody that's got a little bit of money?
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do is start early and be consistent, right? The earlier you can start, the longer the time you have. And I think where people miss the boat is they don't realize the power of compounding interest, right? They don't realize that just a little bit now early grows into a lot later. We see a lot of folks that come in that have started early and have done a great job just accumulating a little bit, and then folks that come in that maybe have had kids and other things going on and got off to a slower start, and they're trying to make up for it. And I tell you, the people that are ahead are the ones that just do a little bit all the time and just find a consistent approach, take the save first mentality, and then kind of spend what you've got left, and just put a little bit away all the time from the very beginning. And I think it really accumulates. And look, you don't have to pick the best stocks. And I'll tell you, we're not stock pickers in our office. We do much more mutual fund, ETF, kind of bulk management of assets. And so, yeah, it's important to pick good investments, but when the market's doing well, you can do well. And just having money in the market over a longer period of time in the market oftentimes gives you a better chance to make money than trying to time the market and pick the right times to be in it.
How's your MySpace stock?
my MySpace?
Yeah.
It was my first friend Tom from MySpace back in the day. That's gone. But I think the reality here and the lesson is you do not have to be a financial wealth subject matter expert. There's people that exist like First Wealth Financial to assist you with that. And I'm guessing when somebody comes in and their eyes are bugging out because they're super nervous, and maybe they're a little embarrassed about what they have or what they've saved, maybe they're approaching that age of 50 and they're really not prepared for retirement, they shouldn't be concerned. They shouldn't be scared. They should be open to come in and talk to you guys, because I'm guessing you're pretty welcoming when you walk in the door.
Yeah,
Fresh cookies, the whole nine.
We've got a great staff that are really welcoming. The staff out front and everybody in the office is really friendly, does a great job, and really seeks to put our clients first, clients and new clients. And I think people get that message when they walk in the door. I think from the building to the first impression to the way they're greeted. We don't have cookies, but we do have coffee, soda, water. So we got some refreshments for you. But yeah, I think people should feel comfortable walking in. It is intimidating. There's no doubt about it. If it wasn't intimidating, we'd have people walking in the door all day long.
Right.
But I think they shouldn't feel that way. They should feel comfortable. They should come in And honestly, the first time we meet someone, we really want to keep it casual. We want it to be conversational. We want to get to know you. We want to get to know what your goals are, what your dreams are, what you've got going on, and what questions or concerns you might have. So that way we can better understand what you're looking to accomplish, and then spend some time digesting that and come back together and talk about different opportunities that you might have or different strategies that might make sense to help you reach your goals and dreams.
I don't know if Andy realized it or not, but he was pointing the finger at me when he said near 50, no retirement, not knowing what to do, because that right there is my biography. So, Andrew, if I were to come to you, I have no idea how to do any of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
My parents have never been investors. My grandparents were mattress people. They put their money under the mattress. Is there a minimum? I got to come in with a checkbook with at least 10 grand in it? Where would I even start? I am nearing 50. I have a 4-year-old, so I'll probably be dead before he gets to college. So I could think for myself and not worry about it, or I could have something ready for him when he gets there. But how do I even get started?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of people think you've got to come in with some minimum amount. What's your guys' minimum? How much do I have to have? Oh, I don't have enough. The truth is we can help anybody and everybody. We've got accounts that we can get you started with as little as $50 a month. Just something that gets you going, and you put in a little bit. Just every month, set it up so that it automatically goes in, and it gets you going. And then sooner or later, you add a little bit to it because you've got a little bit more, you like how it's going, or you just leave it at that and you let it go for a period of time. And a year from now, 2 years from now, you look at it and it's growing, and you're excited about it. So there are no minimums as far as dollar amounts. We work with clients that have $5,000 to $3 million, and everybody in between. And one of the things that you'll hear from our office a lot, and this is a direct reflection of Brett Williams, our CEO, is that we're just regular people working with regular people, and that's really what our goal is. We want to bring the Wall Street knowledge, but not the Wall Street talk. We want to talk regular people, help them understand it in a way that's simple for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So we always ask this question when people come in, and hopefully Brent can give you some good notes on this. But why in the world do you guys help out this organization that Andy's part of? I mean, honestly, what do you see in this? No, I'm kidding. Why is First Wealth involved with the CRDC, and where do you guys see it going?
Yeah, so I think it's important to give back to the community. I think we feel it's important to give back to the community, and we've been in Clinton, Iowa for 33 years now. I relocated my family from the Chicagoland area 10 years ago to join the practice. My wife's from Fulton. My parents are from Clinton. But I didn't really have any family in the area. My parents had moved away years ago, and I've got a couple aunts and uncles, but nothing substantial, right? Didn't grow up here. And I think the thing that's important is that as members of the community, you want to give back and make the community as good as you can possibly make it. We want to leave things better than what we found them or what we got to them in. Right. And so I think our strategy and our partnership with the CRDC is just that. How can we help make the community a better place? Because we're vested in the community. We've got a building out there that we built 6 years ago. We're building a business. We're still growing, looking to add staff and add advisors and add clients on a daily basis. And so we want to be a part of a community that's growing, that's getting better, that's improving. And I think partnering with the CRDC is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Good answer.
No, I appreciate that. A lot of times people hear economic development, they're intimidated by that term economic development, but it really is just the growth and the establishment of wealth within the community, and that's by creating jobs. So when we talk about economic development, you have your direct impact, which is the jobs are created by bringing in a business, but then you also have indirect impact, which is the family that joins that individual and now takes that job, like when you relocated from Chicagoland, that you going out and shopping in the downtown businesses, you going and eating in the local restaurants, and that is all indirect economic growth that we have in our community. So it's important whether we create one job or we create 1,000 jobs, it makes a difference in the community for everybody. That's somebody that's coming in and maybe building a house, and enough houses get built, guess what happens? Your property tax starts to lower because we're spreading that debt service out far and wide and not concentrating just on a few. So growing our population is key, and that's something that we love when we engage our partners like First Wealth Financial, is that we can have that conversation, and we can work together, and we can partner to attract and share a message of positivity and really prosperous future for our community as a whole.
And you talk about job creation, and I don't know if you've been looking recently in the wanted ads, but the amount of jobs right now in our area for whether it be industrial or what have you is huge. There's people who are unemployed right now. If you go out and look, there are things there. Then you call up Andrew and you say, hey, just got my first check. I want to make sure that if this happens again and I get laid off or I lose my job, that I got something to fall back on. But right now there are so many places, so many partners with the CRDC that have come in and talked about the help wanted, the jobs that are open. I know Metform is doing a drive-through job fair this weekend and hiring on the spot because they need people so badly. So the work you guys are doing leads to exactly what we have right now, and that is a pretty good amount of good-paying jobs in our area. So I give you a little bit of credit, mainly Erin. She does a lot of work, but no, all of that seems to be happening.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a momentum starting to roll, and so I know you guys are out there working hard and doing your part, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. For those that are concerned out there, I say just be patient.
Yeah.
Right, and be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Right.
All right, so don't go to Facebook and blast your negativity out there because it really solves nothing.
Right.
I mean, the reality is it solves nothing. Maybe it makes you feel good about yourself and you can go ahead and sleep better that night. But as far as growing the local economy and supporting community growth, it does not have an effect. And if it does, it's negative.
Yeah. Well, and we've talked about that in the past too, the negativity of being on Facebook when a prospective business is looking to relocate or looking to build a location, and they just start scouting the local area on social media, and they say, "Man, I hate this place. It sucks." Mm-hmm. And they go, "Okay, well, that's not where we want to be." That's the negative.
Not at all.
So, positivity. 6 years, a beautiful building. Hopefully, there's going to be more things starting to pop up around you guys too.
Yeah, we would be excited about that. We'd like to see some new businesses out there, some new structures. It's kind of lonely being on that side of the road by ourselves at times. So yeah, it would be good.
Yeah. Get some people over there with you.
Yeah.
Work on that.
I'm on it, man. I'm on it. Yeah.
And then maybe if there's some more businesses out there, maybe Google Maps could actually get people to our office. They tend to end up on the wrong side of the road. So if you're heading that way, just remember we're on the east side of the bypass. If you get to the bypass, you've gone too far.
All right.
People put our address into Google Maps. They say, "Are you sure?" That's when it comes back. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, so be careful. Yeah, traveling there. So Andrew, First Wealth Financial, thank you so much for being on the show today. Yeah. Thank you for your investment in Clinton Regional Development Corporation. Chris, as always, thank you to you for allowing us this platform every Wednesday.
Absolutely, and we appreciate it very much. And don't feel you have to come every week. All right? Andrew, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for the spotlight. We appreciate it.
All right.